Okay, so today we're just going to talk about the iliotibial bands, which is a piece of connective tissue that runs from your knee all the way up to your hip, which also attaches to your TFL, your tensor fasciae lata, and your gluteus medius and maximus. And what's so important about this is that what movements? Where do you?
So if you do a lot of running, then you're gonna have a lot of tightness in the IT band. It can sometimes represent as knee pain. So sometimes you'll feel like lateral knee pain, and that's actually linked with tightness in your IT band and the fascial line up here. But also, like if you have poor posture or weakness in other muscles, then what's going to happen is you're going to overuse this side of your body to kind of stabilise. So it's really important to not only look at this, but also like look at the way you stand and see if there's weakness in other areas that maybe you need to start working on, so you don't have to kind of overuse your IT band too much.
Okay, so let's just look at our posture. So let's start there. Okay, so like we said already, so myofascial restrictions in your hip and thigh muscles, so increases tension on the bands. So weakness in your hip adductors, so your inner thighs, and weakness or poor control of knee muscles or your quadriceps can cause this problem. So it's a good way of just having a look at your knees and see if they roll inwards or if they roll outwards, and if you're running and you're rolling out or running and you're rolling in, it's just not going to be, it's not too good. And it's the same with the feet as well.
Yeah, so look at your feet and see whether you tend to pronate them and kind of roll onto the outside of your feet. Some people will just stand like this comfortably, but when you stand like this, you're actually causing like more stabilisation on the lateral part of your leg, and it's going to cause tightness all the way up. So when you're just standing, you need to make sure you're evenly distributing your weight across the soles of your feet and not rolling too much on either side of your feet.
So also you've got your dominance of anterior hip muscles over your posterior muscles, so your TFL over your glutes could be a factor in this as well. So we're going to show you a massage technique on the foam roller, and then a yoga stretch that you can do to help you.
Okay, so I'm going to use foam roller today, and it's got some trigger points on it, but if you don't have a foam roller, you can just use something simple like a rolling pin to do the same effect. So what you want to do is you want to come onto the side you're working, and then just kind of rest your hip onto here. Now you want to bring one of your legs out here, that's going to be kind of your pivoting leg, and then use your hands to kind of control how much weight you're putting down on it. So what you want to do is just kind of roll down gradually across the IT band. Now you may find that there's a certain point that's really tender, so for me it's about here, and you want to kind of roll back and forth on this area. It's almost like you're ironing out like the kinks or adhesions in this area. And then so keep rolling all the way down to where it inserts around the knee. And for some people, if you have knee pain, this might be really tender. So then focus more around here, and then bolt back up. And what you want to do is kind of repeat this a few times, and the slower you go, the more traction you're going to cause, and it's going to kind of lengthen all of this fascial line here. So repeat this a few times.
Yeah, so not only if you've just lengthened, but you've loosened the fascia, so we can work it, we can stretch out the muscles then. So just do a nice stretch, so it's simple. So if you start on all fours, take a big step forward with your right leg, step forward with your right foot, and step your right foot to the opposite hand, and then just slide it forward slightly. Now this may be intense enough, you may want to either elevate the leg, or you can use some bricks underneath your hands for a bit of support there. So we're going back to our same position. And then just start to overload, so keeping your hips square, so bringing your right hip back, your left hip forward, just start to hinge over the leg, and you'll really get a good stretch along the outside of the leg there. If you want a bit more, you can maybe lift up onto your back tiptoe and shuffle that leg back to allow you to sink a little bit further there. And then we're just going to try and hold for, say, a minute or two, maybe 3, and gradually over time, maybe every breath out, you'll be able to relax and go a little bit deeper. And every inhale, maybe length slightly.
So it's important to hold this for a long period of time, because they say it takes about 2 minutes for connective tissue to relax. So as you, like Becca said, if you hold it for 2 or 3 minutes, you're going to feel your muscles start to like lengthen, and the fascial line will lengthen, and you'll basically be able to like sit into the stretch a bit deeper as you hold it for a bit longer.
And also, don't worry about going too far or how you look. So you may need to stay quite upright. You may be really feeling it here. That's fine. Wherever you're feeling the stretch, you'll feel it right on the outside of the leg, and that's where you want to be. Okay, so there's so much more to this as well. So, like we were talking earlier about the quadriceps and your hamstrings, that all play a part in this. So we're going to look at that for our next video.
Yeah, so just take these 2 tips, maybe try them out a few times, and hopefully that will really help. And next week we're going to follow up with some of the connecting muscles around the IT band. Hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you.